Hello, I'm Dee4doa's and this is my DOA2 HARD CORE review. Notice the little asterisk in the middle, which means it's the basically the Japanese version of the game. Now instead of pressing X to select something, you have to press circle to select something, which is the normal thing in Japan really. I'm just putting it on easy since I'm just reviewing the game really, but I'll show you what other things are different in the Japanese version. One of them being, we go into game settings, then others. You notice you can have English and also voices Japanese, along with all the other French, German, you name it, Spanish, which is pretty weird for a Japanese game, but also movie subtitles and game subtitles. Right, this is the one that's sort of exclusive to the Japanese market, which is the demo means like the intro of the game, which is basically hardcore, which is this version. It has a different intro, you see, than the original intro, which probably all you're familiar with, where it just comes up with Kasumi and then at the start, and then it plays the song by Bomb Factory, exept or something. But the hardcore version is slightly different and it has a different song. I'll show it to you now when it comes on. Just have to wait until it loads up first. Here we go. See, it plays a different song. How Do You Feel by Bomb Factory. It's by the same group, but it's a different song.
You are not acting like a master. What is this tournament worth to you?
Money. It can save someone's life.
I see. I can buy that.
Infamous Kasumi cloning scene. Real demo, but since if you've seen any other videos, I've hacked it, so this is also an exclusive scene. It's not seen anywhere else, where it's just towing there. That's also a playable costume as well, that blue one, which is exclusive to this version of the game.
18. From today, you'll be my tutor.
This intro is basically showing off the stuff that we Europeans and Americans didn't had that the Japanese didn't have, because they actually released another version, which was the first original version of DOA2, which was equivalent to the first Dreamcast game. Just basically DOA2 on Dreamcast, but it's basically added all. Oh yeah, and this is another scene as well, an exclusive one like from the first game. Some nice bass there. And then it also carries on as well to the Stanton, which is pretty good. You just can't help but sing to the song. It's just a catchy though. See, that's another scene that wasn't included. Just that little shot there, Helena. I haven't played this game that many times, I just know the little tweaks and stuff that weren't included. I'll do a review of the original version as well. I've got all the versions of DOA2, so. That's another shot that was exclusive. Basically, this Kata stuff was also included in our versions of the game, but it wasn't in the first original Japanese game. But they also added onto it, which was those small shots, and also the stages as well. If you've noticed that this stage that they're in now, the Cocoa one, is actually it's set in autumn, but in the original one, well, that's basically like all our versions. But in the original version, it was actually just, instead of orange leaves, it was green leaves. It's just those small things that they changed, really. So if I go back into the game now, I'll just show you what else is new as well. Sparring, there's another setting on sparring. See if I go in the single and tag, which is always there, but there's another feature as well. Say Ayane versus Kasumi. But also, this is a new one. Look. There's also your speed, which was also new. Like I know that Games Master 14 Neo was going on about turbo mode, so I had to investigate. I just bought this game just to investigate as well with the added content, and I just wanted the game really. But I'm here to show you like what's different about this. Is basically the new speed of the game, which can be added as well, which is basically normal, which is just normal, and turbo is basically. I'll show you all. It's actually faster than the original than just the normal gameplay. If I just go to the Cocoa now, just go on that stage. Also, in the original Japanese version, you couldn't select stages, but now you can, like our ones. But back then it wouldn't. If you've noticed, the gameplay is a lot faster. It's not speeded up or anything, if you're worried about that. It looks like I've just speeded the gameplay up, but I haven't. See, that is pretty faster than normal.
You make me laugh. Idiot. Idiot.
Basically, the cheesy taunts are there as well, like, and everything. Really. There's also new cutscenes as well. See, there's collection as well. I haven't really unlocked anything from there. It's got all the same items from our versions, the European and American versions. I haven't unlocked all of them, but it's basically the same, really. UPS is basically the same. Memory unit. I don't have a UPS file, so. Battle record is the same. Team battle is the same. Tag battle. All the battles are the same except from the speed of the game. You can also go to turbo mode, but not in story battle. Story mode, you can't do it in story mode though, but you can do it in any other mode really. Audio settings, you see it. That's the original song that played in the intro, and this is this song was added to this How Do You Feel. This is the intro song that I've shown you before. This is the one that was added by Bomb Factory. Overall, alright. The people who have costumes, extra costumes are Genfu, so he has 8 costumes in total. Helena has 8 costumes in total. Compared to the European and US versions, which were only 7 for each. Tina has 8 costumes instead of 7, so she has just 1 extra, which is I'll show you like later on. Bass has 7 costumes now, which is also just that included blue costume, which is exclusive. Zack has the same. Leon has the same. Lei Fang has the same. Jan Li, he has one extra costume, which is it's basically like whereas he's got white pants and a blue tank top. Ayane has the same, and Ayn has one other costume. He also has another one which is basically like his first costume, like this one, but it's got extra, it's just like a t-shirt underneath. Survival mode is basically the same, really. Tag battle. The only difference is that you could do turbo mode on tag battle as well, which is pretty fun at times if you just want to sort of have a laugh, really. Or if you just sort of want to have a change of the game speed, really.
Make up your mind.
So I'll show you what other extras are in the game as well. If I go into CG Gallery now, there are also some exclusive pictures that weren't in any other version. So here's Kasuna, which is, I think everyone had that one. Then this one, which was exclusive. There isn't any. This one wasn't in any other version, and it's also on the disc as well. These are just normal. I'll show you just the ones that are exclusive. This one was exclusive. This one wasn't on any other feature either. Yeah, other version where it's just young Tina. Another exclusive picture of Lei Fang. That's it. But those are just exclusive pictures that weren't found on the other versions of the game. Japan hogging all the stuff as usual. See, it's basically the same game, really, but it's just got it's got a new title. Well, many have been confused with this in the American version, which was also called DOA2 HARD CORE. This one's different since this is the Japanese version of hardcore, which was, if you notice, like on the American version, it didn't have that little star in the middle. Well, the Japanese version, which is this version that I'm playing right now, that all these features that the American version didn't have and the European version didn't have, like, but in Europe and the UK it was only just called Dead or Alive 2, DOA2. But it wasn't called hardcore, it was just called DOA2, and then underneath it was called Dead or Alive 2, which is confusing. And yeah, that basically sums it up. Farewell.